Namaskar students, welcome to GDCA College channel. I am Dr. Ashok Jogdan. Today we will see expected questions for paper number 6 of GDCA paper, which will be held in the month of May, last paper for third day. So the paper name is Cooperative Banking and Other Credit Societies or Credit Societies. In this video we will see all expected questions in coming examinations. We have analyzed the 8-year exam patterns, and on the basis of that we have almost we are giving you the expected questions. Out of these all questions, almost you will get at least 35 to 40 marks in main examination. But again, the topic might be different, or the what we can say, the question pattern might be different, but topic will be same. Now, suppose if there is a question which called explain RBI's functions. So maybe this question might ask you in the short notes or in 500 words question. So it depends on that actually. So but question will be there in the examination. Again, in this video, we will see entire things actually, how you can write your paper. What are the parameters to write exact answer for a particular question, and are those type of questions which are we'll be expecting in coming examination. So you will have to read it very carefully, and also you will have to listen it carefully. Again, I'm giving you suggestion. Actually, most of the people actually, so far they have called us and informed us like, sir, your PDFs and books also we are referring actually from other publications. But almost, what we are doing is like we are listening your video side and just reading your notes, whatever you have given. So on that basis, we are very comfortable, and also we get more understanding thing actually. So that is what things we are getting from the students. So which is again very important. Anyways, we will discuss this in in another video. This video will be in two parts actually. First part will be covered 4 sections. Now there are 8 sections in this examination actually, in this expected question paper answer. So and the rest of the 4 expected questions will be covered in the next part of the video. So you must watch this video carefully and the next part as well. Without wasting time, let's get started then.
ध्येय नवीन समोर दिसतंय, बँकिंगचं स्वप्न पूर्ण होणार.
GDCA ची साथ, जिंकायची ही वाट, यशाची गॅरंटी आता सुरुवात. GDCA कॉलेज
हो भविष्य उज्ज्वल,
GDCA कॉलेज
मिळणार यश.
सहकार आणि बँकिंग करिअर घडवा खास. GDCA कॉलेज देते यशाचा विश्वास.
GDCA paper number 6 expected questions in May 2026. This video will be in 2 parts actually. Part 1 will be of 4 sections, and part 2 will be of remaining 4 sections. In part 1, we're gonna see entire things and what are the expected questions are there in the coming examination, or will be there in the coming examination. Based on 8 years question paper analysis, we have designed the particular paper or particular expected questions for everyone. You must watch this video till end, and also we will give you model answers, then exam strategy and 7-day revision plan as well in this video. Section 1. So here now we will see like 8 years question paper analysis, how we have analyzed the paper actually. So deep analysis we have done here for GDCA paper number 6 from the examination papers from 17 to 2025, which identifies repeated topics, the examiner preferences and chapter weightage and scoring pattern as well. So chapter-wise weightage and marks distribution actually. So we're gonna see here. So first topic or first question, to make you understand in better way, we have created a table here so that you can understand in better way. Question papers or topic, we can say questions or topic Years asked, frequency, importance, and exam probability. So RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India, it has asked almost every year 7 out of 8 times. Very high chance. NABARD almost 7 out of 8. Every high chances to notable instruments all years. Every year it has asked 8 out of 8, highest chances, and 100%. You should never skip this. Cooperative banking structure all every year almost 8 years, highest chances. 100%. You should never skip this question as well. NPA non-performing assets, 6 out of 8, very high chances at 90% probability in question examination. Regional rural bank, that are RRBs almost every year, 8 out of 8. IT in banking, so every year it has asked higher chances. And that is in internet banking, we can say, or net banking, we can say. So 95%. Clearing houses, 6 out of 8 times, 85%. Banking Regulation Act, 7 out of 8 times, 90%. Then SURFACE Act 2002 asked 2 times out of 8, high in upcoming examination. There are high chances to get this, this SURFACE in coming examination with 85% is probability. Agricultural credit, here asked almost 5 times out of 8, 80%. Banker customer relationship, 4 times out of 8, 75%. Internet banking or KYC asked almost 6 times. So very high chances, probability. Basel 1, Basel 2 norms was almost 2 times out of 8. So these are the expected questions. Then what we have done is like we have analyzed the pattern of question paper and question the format, we can say, in your language, in our language. The paper follows a consistent 4 pattern question across all the years actually so far. So question 1 A, B, C, question 2, 3, and 4 likewise. Question 1A will be always of abbreviations. For 5 marks. Those are easy questions. Always attempt for the at the starting of examination. Question 1B, fill in the blanks, 5 marks, easy and factual, quick questions. Question number 1C, true or false with reasons, 10 marks. There are a little bit medium hard type of questions. Question number 2, short notes, in 50 words each. Any 4 out of 5 or 6, 20 marks. Question number 3, 150 words answers, any 3 out of 4 or 5 questions for 30 marks, each carries 10 marks. Question number 4, 400 to 500 word long answer. Any 2 out of 3, each carries 15 marks for 30 marks. So examiner, most of the time they ask or their insights, we can say examiner insights out of this. Out of this, examiner insights are like RBI, NABARD, then negotiable instruments and cooperative bank structure appears every single year. Master this 4 areas, for guaranteed passing actually. See, this 4 you do know, probably you will get good marks in examination. Section 2, top repeated question banks. Here we have analyze again which type of questions or the the exact type of question or exact question, how a question was asked in proper section or topic wise, we can say. So short questions with 100% repeated questions are number 1 topic, Reserve Bank of India functions, asked almost in 3rd or 4th last question in examination. 5 times it has asked. Important short question. What was the questions or what type of particular question will be? Explain the various functions of Reserve Bank of India in 500 words. Discuss the various functions of RBI in 24 and 25. Explain the functions of RBI in 150 words. Likewise, they asked. Topic 2, NABARD objectives and functions, asked in almost in the 3rd and 4th question. Explain the objectives and functions of NABARD in 500 words. Discuss the ideal objectives of functions of NABARD. Then explain the functions of NABARD in 25 for short notes. Topic number 3, negotiable instruments, asked almost every year. So that is like, forms, then checks, bill of exchange and promissory notes and crossings. So these are the important notes for particular question. So write short note on notable instruments or then question will be asked maybe. Explain the essential elements of bill of exchange. What is the check? Explain its types of features. Then different between the checks and bill of exchange or promissory note is the negotiable instrument, true or false, asked on in the examination 24 and 25. Then topic 4, NPA non-performing assets, asked or almost 5 times, and trends are increasing so far. NPAs. What is NPA? Explain various ways to manage it. In question number 4 in 500, 400 words. Explain NPA, its causes and effects on cooperative banks. Question number 4. Explain non-performing assets, reasons for growth and remedies. Question number 3. Topic 5, regional rural bank, that are RRBs we called, asked almost every year. Importance and the functions of regional rural bank, state objectives and functions of regional rural bank likewise. Give overview of RRBs in India, ownership, regulations and functions likewise. So these type of things will be there. Topic 6, information technology in banking. So what type of question will be there in coming examination? Explain the importance of information technology in banking. Explain the implications of IT on banking and use of information technology. State the advantages of internet banking likewise. Number 7, SURFACE Act 2002. So it has asked last year as well as now in 2024, and it will be there in coming examination. I'm pretty sure about it. Discuss SURFACE Act 2002. So likewise the question will come. Topic number 8, clearinghouse. On clearinghouse, what will be the questions? Explain the importance of clearinghouse, short notes on clearinghouse. Explain the functions of clearinghouse. Likewise, questions will be. Depend on the, like it might come in in 150 words or in 500 words or in 50 words short notes as well. Depends. Then topmost 20 important questions ranked as their probability in coming examination. Functions of Reserve Bank of India shows 30 marks. Objectives and functions of NABARD 30 marks. NPA, cause, effects and remedies, regional rural bank functions and objectives, SURFACE Act 2002, credit control method are of RBI, quantitative and qualitative. District Central Cooperative Bank, objectives and functions, information technology, internet banking, 10 to 30 marks, checks, types, features and crossing, 5 to 20 marks. Bankers, customer relationship, 5 to 20 marks. State Cooperative Bank functions, 30 marks. Cooperative banking structure, 3-tier, very high in this coming examination, 10. Agricultural credit, institutional and non-institutional, high chances with for 30 marks. PACS, objectives and functions, very high, 10 to 30 marks. Banking Regulations Act 1949 and 1965 provisions. Bill of exchange features and parties. Clearinghouse functions and importance. KYC norm, DICGC functions, Basel 1, 2 norms. So these are the top 20 questions will be there in coming examination. Section number 3, distinction level model answers for particular each questions we can say. Functions of Reserve Bank of India. So what are the functions? So if this question comes, what will be the introduction for particular questions? The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, was established on 1st April 1935 under the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. It is the central bank of India and serves the apex monetary authority. its head office is in Mumbai. Make sure that you will write its head office in Mumbai actually, because it is the additional information. You should write that as well. Functions of RBI, traditional primary functions. So you can divide these functions into three parts actually every time. So if the functions are there in the examination, traditional or primary functions, then rest other functions accordingly. Then number one, issue of currency notes. RBI has the sole authority to issue currency notes of all denominations except RS 1 rupee coins and notes issued by government. This ensures uniform currency and control money as supply all across India. Number two, bankers. Bank RBI act as the bankers to commercial banks. It maintains their cash reserve like CRR, provides loans to them, that is lenders of last resorts, and clears interbank transactions, and also act as the clearing house. Bankers to government. RBI manages the accounts of central and state government, collects the taxes and makes the payments on their behalf, and manages public debts. For controller of credit, RBI controls credits in economy using the quantitative tools, bank rate, CRR, SLR, repo rate, open market operation. Qualitative tools, margin requirements, moral suasion, selective credit controls. 5. Custodian of foreign exchange reserve. RBI maintains the foreign exchange reserve of India and manages the exchange rates of the rupee, that is FEMA. 6. Clearinghouse functions. RBI act as the clearinghouse for members bank settling interbank claims, efficiently. So that is what RBI's primary roles are. Then developmental and promotional functions. Number one, development of a banking system. RBI grants license to banks, supervises their functioning, and ensures healthy growth of banking. Number two, development of agricultural credit, like RBI promotes credit for agriculture through NABARD. Number three, export promotion. RBI facilitates export financing through the Exim Bank. So, as I told you earlier, Exim Bank, Exim's long form is the Export-Import Bank of India. That is Exim. Number four, development of capital market. RBI supervises and guides capital market development. Functions. C, supervisory functions. Number one, licensing of banks. RBI grants and cancels license of banks under Banking Regulation Act 1949. Inspections and audits. RBI inspect banks to ensure compliances with the regulations. Number three, amalgamation and liquidation. That is, RBI has the power to approve mergers, acquisition, and liquidations of the banks. Number four, consumer protection. RBI protects bank customers through guidelines and banking ombudsman scheme. Conclusion for particular question. RBI plays a vital role in India's monetary and financial system. Its functions ensures economic stability, protects depositors, and supports national development goals. So I am telling you again, actually, every paper and in every video, I have told you guys that write the introduction for particular question and conclusion and the what question asked. So likewise. So examiner tips. What are the tips for you to remember or you have to focus on? Write minimum 8 functions. Use headings like primary, developmental, and supervisory functions. Underline key terms like lenders of last resort, CRR, SLR. Add introduction and conclusion. This question is worth of 30 marks, right? At least 2 full pages answer. Number 2, objectives and functions of NABARD asked almost every year, 7 out of 8, and high frequency, high chances that this will be there in examination. Introduction for a particular question. NABARD stands for National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. Everywhere, wherever it is asked, NABARD, write full form. If you want to score good actually, and also underline the full form as well. It was established on 12th July 1982. Also underline this under the NABARD Act 1981 based on the recommendations of Shivaraman Committee. Its headquarters is in Mumbai. It is also the apex bank for agriculture and rural credit in India. What are the objectives of NABARD? Number one, to provide refinance to banks, cooperative banks, commercial banks, RRBs, then lending to agriculture. Number two, to coordinate the activities of central government, state government, RBI, and other institutions for rural development. Number three, to promote research in agriculture and rural development. Number four, to develop and expand credit facilities for rural industries and non-farm sector. Number five, to strengthen the institutional credit structure in rural areas. Functions of NABARD credit functions. Number one, credit functions. A, credit functions. Number one, refinance facility provides long-term, medium-term, and short-term refinance to eligible institutions for agricultural and rural development. Number two, direct lending. NABARD gives loans directly to state government and other institutions for rural development projects. Number three, provides credits for crop production, short-term, land development, long-term, and non-farm activities. B, developmental functions. Number one, formulation of credit plans, prepares district credit plans, DCP, and a block level credit plan, that is BLCP. Two, training and research, provides training to bank staffs, farmers, and cooperative members, conducts the research on rural credit. Technology development, promotes modern technology in agriculture through finance support. Number four, watershed development, funds watershed and environment protection project. Self-help group, that are SHGs. NABARD plays a key role in promoting SSG bank linkage program. C, supervisory functions. Inspections of cooperative bank, conducts the statutory inspections of state cooperative banks and district central cooperative banks. Number two, inspection of RRBs, inspects regional rural bank for performance and compliances. Three, supervision of rural financial institutions, monitors and regulates financial institutions in the rural sector. Conclusion for particular question. What will be the conclusion? You have to write. NABARD has played a crucial role in transforming rural India through credit, development, and supervision. It acts as the backbone of agricultural finance and rural development in India. So what are the tips for particular question if this question comes in examination? So what you have to remember and what you have to do for particular question, and what are the examiner's tips actually. So always write apex bank for agriculture. Use three categories: credit, development, and supervisory. Mention SHG bank linkage, district credit plans, full form of National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development for NABARD actually. So established in 1982, that is 12th July 1982, headquarters in Mumbai. Make sure that you should underline these key points. Third, non-performing assets, NPA, asked almost every 5 times, and very important again, this definition or introduction you can write. A non-performing asset, NPA, is a loan or advance where the borrower has stopped making interest or principal repayments for more than 90 days. It's simple. In simple word, when a bank loan does not generate income for the bank, it becomes NPA, non-performing assets. Classification of non-NPA. Substandard assets, NPA for less than or equal to 12 months. Doubtful assets, NPA for more than 12 months. Loss assets and assets identified as a loss by bank or auditors, but not fully written off. Causes of NPAs in cooperative banks: willful default by borrowers, inadequate credit appraisals before loan sanction, natural calamities affecting agriculture, poor recovery machinery and legal procedure, political interference in the loan decisions, lack of proper security and collateral, diversion of funds by borrowers. Effects of NPA on cooperative bank: reduces the profitability and earnings, affects capital adequacy ratio, that is CRAR, reduces capital to lend fresh loans, damages the bank's reputation. 5, leads to liquidity problems. Remedies and ways to manage NPA. Number 1, SARFAESI Act 2002. As I told you, SARFAESI means securitization and reconstruction of financial assets and enforcement of Security Interest Act. It's called SARFAESI Act 2002. Banks can take possessions of secured assets without court order. Debt recovery tribunals, DRT, special courts for fast recovery of banks. Lok Adalats, settlements of NPA cases through the compromise one-time settlements, that is OTS. Banks settle dues by accepting a reduced amount from borrowers. Asset reconstruction companies, that is ARCs, purchase bad loans from bank at discounted prices. Credit appraisal improvements, proper evaluation before sanctioning the loans. Number 7, recovery certificate. Registrar can issue recovery certificate under Cooperative Society Act. Number 8, regular monitoring, a close watch on the overdue accounts. So what are the tips for particular question if this question comes? Always define NPA, gives all 3 classification, write both causes and effects. Must mention SARFAESI Act as a remedy. As I told you, SARFAESI's full form is securitization and reconstruction of financial assets and enforcement of security interest. So must mention this in the particular question. For particular question, you can say keywords: substandard, doubtful, loss assets, DRT, ARC, and OTS. Number 4, negotiable instruments. I've asked every year, and this question will be there in examination, actually coming examinations too. Definition for a particular question. A negotiable instrument is a written document that entitles a person to receive a specific sum of money and can be freely transferred from one person to another person. It is governed by the Negotiable Instrument Act in 1881. The types of negotiable instruments. Number 1, check. A check is a written order by the account holder drawer directing the bank drawee to pay a specified amount to the specified person, that is payee or bearer on demand. There are 3 parties. Number 1, a drawer, drawee, and payee involved for the check transactions or check instruments. Types of checks. Number 1, bearer check, order check, cross check, general and special crossing, account type crossing, account pay check, post dated check, and still checks. Number 2, bill of exchange. A bill of exchange is an unconditional order in writing signed by the maker, that is drawer, directing a certain person, that is drawee, to pay a certain sum of money on demand or at a fixed future date to a specified person, payee. There are 3 parties involved in this bill of exchange: drawer, drawee, and payee. Promissory note. Number 3. A promissory note is an unconditional written promise by the maker, that is promisor, to pay a certain amount of money to be specified person, promisee, on demand or at a fixed future date. There are two parties involved in the promissory note: maker, that is promisor, and payee, that is promisee. Key differences of checks and bill of exchange. So on what point we're gonna make this difference? That is important. So here I have made a table actually to make you understand in better way. So always wherever you write a difference, so make sure that you write point and then the two differences actually one and another one accordingly. Point ROI, always a bank, any person from firm, payable on always on demand or future date. Stamp, not required, stamp required except foreign exchange. Crossing, can be crossed, cannot be crossed. Grace days, no grace days. 3 days of grace allowed. Parties involved, drawer, drawee, bank, pay. And here in bill of exchange, drawer, drawee, and pay. These are parties involved. So examiner tips for particular question, if this question comes in examination. Table format for comparison is very important. This table actually, so you have got to make this table as well. For 5 marks, always write a drawer, drawee, pay for each instrument. Remember, promissory note has only two parties, as I told you. Number one, promisee and promisor. So these are two parties. Check drawer is always a bank. So you have to remember this. Question 5, three-tier cooperative credit structure. Introduction for particular question. India has the three-tier cooperative structure or credit structure for agriculture and rural credit. This structure provides credit from the national level down to the village level. Three-tier structure. Tier number one, we can say state cooperative banks, that are SCB, state level apex body, also called Maharashtra State Cooperative Bank, that is MSCB, that is MSCB in Maharashtra. Functions as the apex bank at the state level, provides funds to district central cooperative banks, act as link between NABARD, RBI, and district banks, accept deposits from public and grant loan to DCCBs. Tier 2, district central cooperative bank, DCCB, district level bank, operates at the district level, one DCCB per district, provide short-term, medium-term loans to PACs, that is primary agricultural credit societies, accepts deposits from the public and farmers, act as linkage between state cooperative bank, that is SCB, and PACs, primary agricultural credit society. Tier 3, PACs, that is primary agricultural credit society, this is at village level, operates at village or the taluka level, closest to the farmers, provide short-term and medium-term credit to farmers members, accept deposits from members. First priority is the agricultural sector. Then urban cooperative bank, that are UCBs, are primary cooperative banks serving urban and semi-urban areas. They provide banking services, deposits, loans to small traders, then artisans and salaried class. They are regulated by both RBI banking and state registrar cooperative laws. Examiner tip for particular question: draw the three-tier diagram if possible. Actually, so use state level, district level, then village level. That is MSMB equal to apex body. So DCCB at district level, PACs at village level, and agricultural is the first priority for the credit. So this is very important. So again, make sure that NABARD is the apex body for rural development. We can say agriculture and rural development. NABARD. Then it comes to SCB, state level banks, that is MSCB, that Maharashtra State Cooperative Bank, then DCCB, District Credit Cooperative Banks, then PACs, Primary Agricultural Credit Society. Likewise, you got to remember this pattern. Then number 6, SURFACE Act 2002 asked almost every year. Full form of SURFACE, as I told you 3 times in this video: securitization and reconstructions of financial assets and enforcement of Security Interest Act 2002. Objectives: what are the objectives of SURFACE? Again, SURFACE, you don't have to write again and again entire full form, but at least you should write once in a, for a particular question. The SURFACE Act empowers bank and financial institutions to recover their NPAs, bad loans, quickly without going to court by taking possession and selling the secured assets. Key provisions: number one, securitization. Bank can convert their loan assets into marketable securities and can sell them to ARC, that is assets reconstruction companies. Number two, asset reconstructions. ARCs purchase bad loans from banks at a discount and try to recover them. Enforcement of security. Bank can take possessions of secured assets, property, machinery without court order after 60 days notice of the defaulter. Number four, recovery. After taking possession, bank can sell, lease, assign the property to recover dues. Central registry. SURFACE requires registration of security interests, mortgage in the central registry to avoid frauds. What is the process actually? Standard process for SURFACE. Account becomes NPA, non-payable for 90 days. 2. Bank issues demand notice to borrowers for 60 days. 3. If no payment, bank takes the symbolic possessions. 4. Bank appoints a manager to sell the property. 5. Sell proceeds used to recover the outstanding loans. Applicability to cooperative banks. Initially, SURFACE did not apply to cooperative banks. After an amendment, SURFACE was extended to multi-state cooperative banks. State cooperative banks and DCCBs can use SURFACE after fulfilling certain conditions. Examiner tip for particular question. Write full form of SURFACE, which is very important actually. As I told you, SURFACE's full form, now it's my fourth or fifth time I can say. Securitization and reconstruction of financial assets and enforcement of Security Interest Act 2002. Write it completely. Key powers without court orders, underline there, 60 days, underline. Notice actually ARCs are important. SURFACE reduces NPA's burden on bank. Answer 7 actually for particular question, like credit control methods, CCVM for RBI. So introduction for credit control methods. Credit control means regulating the volume and direction of credit in the economy. RBI uses 2 types of credit control instruments. A, or number 1, whatever things you are able to, you can write, to headings and subheadings. This tool controls the total volume of credit in the economy. Bank rate number 1, the rate at which RBI lends to commercial banks. Higher bank's rate is equal to less credit. 2, repo rate, a rate at which bank borrows from RBI for a short period. Higher repo is equal to costly credit. Number 3, a reserve repo rate, rate at which bank borrows from banks. Highly reverse repo is equal to bank park more money with RBI is equal to less credit. Likewise, cash reserve ratio, CRR, percentage of deposits bank must keep with RBI in cash. CRR is equal to less money for lending. 5, statutory liquidity ratio, that is SLR, percentage of deposits banks must maintain a liquid assets, gold, government securities. A higher SLR, less for lending. 6, open market operations, OMO. RBI buys, sells government securities. Selling is equal to absorbs money is equal to contract credit. B, qualitative, that is selective control, credit control we can say. These tools controls the direction, that is purpose of credit. Number one, margin requirement, minimum margin on contributions. For loans, higher margin is equal to less loan amount. Selective credit control, RBI restricts credit for certain commodities like essential commodities and speculation. Moral assuasion, RBI advises banks to follow credit policy through letters and meetings. Number four, direct action. RBI can penalize bank to following guidelines by refusing facilities to or imposing the penalties. Five, credit rationing, fixing minimum credit limits for bank for or specific sectors. Current policy rates important for exam. Bank rate, repo rate, CRR, SLR are announced in monetary policy by RBI, Monetary Policy Committee, MPC. Students should check current rates from RBI website for fill in the blanks questions. Examiner tips, always use two categories, quantitative Q and qualitative QL. Give at least 5 tools each. CRR, SLR, repo rate are always important. Qualitative is equal to direction of a credit, not volume. 8th question, banker-customer relationship. Definition. The relationship between a bank and its customer begins the moment a customer open an account. This relationship creates legal rights and obligations for both parties. Types of relationship. Number one, debitor-creditor relationship, primary relationship. When customer deposits money, bank becomes debitor. Customer becomes creditor. When bank gives loan or money, bank becomes creditor, customer becomes debitor. This is the most basic relationship. Agent-principal relationship. Bank act as agent for customer when collecting checks, paying bills, buying securities. Customer is the principal who authorizes the bank. Trustee-beneficiary relationship. When a customer keeps valuable in the bank's custody, safe deposit lockers, securities for safe custody, bank act as trustee and customer is the beneficiary. 4. Bailor and bailee relationship. When customer keeps goods, documents with bank for safekeeping, customer is equal to bailor, bank case, bailee. Number 5, mortgager-mortgagee relationship. When the customer mortgages property to get a loan, customer become mortgager and bank become mortgagee. Or rights of bankers or rights of lien, hold a customer's securities till dues are paid. Offset of adjust one account against another. A right to charge interest loans. Duties of bankers, maintain secrecy of a customer's account on a check if sufficient balance exists, provide account statements on request. Examiner tips for a particular question, focus on primary relationships, debitor and creditor. All 5 types are important. Rights of banker, lien set off, may be asked separately. Simple explanation, when you deposit, bank owns your money. Bank is debitor. When you take a loan, you owe bank. Bank is your debitor. Section 4, question number 1, C carries 10 marks. Write clear true or false for at least 2-3 lines. A reason for each answer. For each carries 2 marks actually. Most repeated true false statements. Number 1, primary credit cooperative societies works at taluka district level. Answers true. Primary credit cooperative society PACs works at village or taluka level. They are the grassroots level institutions in the 3-tier cooperative credit structure. However, if a statement says district level, it's false. But here it is taluka and district level set, so it is true. That is the level of DCCB asked 17/19, 2023. Statement number 2, Reserve Bank of India directly transacts with people. The answer is false. RBI is the central bank and does not directly deals with the general public. It deals with the commercial bank and the government. It is called a banker's bank, asked in 2017. Number 3, promissory note is the negotiable instrument. Yes, it is true. Why? Promissory note is one of the 3 main negotiable instruments defined under the Negotiable Instruments Act in 1881. Another 2 are called check and bill of exchange, asked in 17 and 2024-25 as well. 4, regional rural bank, RRB, is the joint stock company. Here, answer is false. Why? RRB is not a joint stock company. It is a scheduled commercial bank established under the Regional Rural Bank Act 1976. Its equity is shared between central government with 50%, state government 15%, and sponsored banks 35%, asked 17. 5, the head office of RBI is at Chennai or New Delhi. It is false. Why? As just we saw, head office is in Mumbai, so we have to write it. It's in Mumbai. The head office, that is central office of Reserve Bank of India, is in Mumbai, transferred from Kolkata in 1937. This might be asked in tricky level actually. So they might ask you where was the RBI's head office previously. So you have to remember it is in Kolkata. 1937. Regional offices exist across India, but the main office is in Mumbai. Asked almost 3 years, 1920, 22. A passbook is issued for fixed deposit. Answer false. A passbook is issued for saving bank accounts, for current account. For fixed deposit, a fixed deposit receipt, FDR, or term deposit certificate is issued, not a passbook. Asked in 1920, 24, 25. 7. State Bank of India is the private sector bank. It is wrong actually, as you know, or we all know, SBI is government bank. False. State Bank of India is the public sector bank, government bank. It was established under the SBI Act 1955. It is the largest public sector bank in India. 8. Banking Companies Act was set up in 1939. False. The Banking Regulation Act was enacted in 1949, not in 1939. It regulates banking companies in India, asked in 2020. Due to clearinghouse, transactions of exchange are settled within minimum time. Yes, it is true. Why? Because clearinghouse facilitates quick settlements of interbank transactions. Checks deposited and one bank drawn on another are settled effectively through the clearinghouse system, saving time and reducing physical movement of cash or checks, asked in 2014 and 2025. Number 10, Urban Cooperative Bank can admit another cooperatives as a member. Yes, it is true. Why? Urban Cooperative Bank can admit another cooperative society as members. This is one of the feature of that distinguishes UCBs from a regular commercial bank, asked in 23 and 2025. If this question comes, always write true or false in capital letters. Make sure that if you're writing in English, and if you're writing in Marathi language, you should underline true or false, whatever your answer is, and then give at least 2-3 liner sentence for a reason. Not just write reason without clearly stating true or false. Use keywords from the statement and in your answer. So that is what it is important. Rest of the things we will see in part 2. Because in part 2 there are lots of surprises for you as well. So how to write exam, how can you divide your time for particular paper. So that is also coming. So you must watch that video as well. And that's all about first part. We have seen section 4 from 1 to 4 in this video. So how can you write the exams and what are the parameters actually. So everything we have seen here. And you can do all necessary things in examination, so that can give you additional benefit for, to get you passed in the examinations. I hope you like this video and found it informative. If you like this video, please share with friends, colleagues, and who are appearing the examination in May 2026. So this video might be helpful for them. So please do share, do like the video, and do comment as well. So you will get at least in within 24 hours reply on your comment or whatever message you are sending us. So please do comment your suggestions as well. So we'll see you in part 2 with the remaining sections. Till then, namaskar.